Welcome to the Prop Market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today is December 31st, 2024. So this is our last day of 2024, and hopefully we can go out with a bang. We're doing really well here in the prop market, and I'm looking to continue that as we get into 2025. So I've had a great year in the prop market, a lot of subscribers, a lot of people liking the videos and enjoying them. And I appreciate you starting this journey with me. I started with the Summer League, a little bit of college football, and now I've been working with college football a lot more this year, and I got my NBA picks going. So I'm super excited that I've got all the subscribers and all the people follow me that are, tuning in. With that being said, I wish there was more people that were able to tune into these videos because we've really been building money trees over here. But I guess it's how YouTube works. I don't know how the algorithm works, but we're not getting enough people actually watching these videos, and unfortunately for them, they're not making the money that they could be making as we are basically killing it here in the NBA. With that being said, I'm gonna get to how we did yesterday. Won our best bet again. So two shows in a row, we won our best bet hitting at a real high percentage. I have five player props for you today, and I also have one best bet. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to my picks and let's see how we did in our last show. Last show we went 3-1, and our best bets total is at 60%. Um, Overall, 51%, 25 and 24, and our hammer plays are at 58%. So our stats are looking pretty good right now. Remember, there's no picks on here that I don't bet myself. 100% transparent, unlike a lot of people. Not no slight at other shows, but I keep every single pick on here that I'm making, and I also keep a tally of my record. With that being said, let's get to my first pick, which is Pascal Siakam from the Pacers. He's averaging 31 points, 31 PRA a game. Last three games, he's been at 30. His PRA projection here for us is at 31. He has a high usage rate playing at home. He has went over this line in the last two games versus the Bucks. This should be a high scoring game. The game is set at 233. I expected Pascal Siakam to guard Giannis, but I also expect him to be able to get out in transition and getting out and finding a lot of assists. I expect him to get a lot of assists. He has the ball in his hands about 60% of the time when he's on offense because he's such a high volume type player. With Halliburton struggling, Pascal Siakam has taken over the role of the playmaker, and I expect him to continue that. This number is super low. I like him over 29.5 PRA for Pascal Siakam. My second pick of the day is Jason Tatum. And once again, we're getting him on a discount here. His number's been at 44, 45 pretty much this whole year. And we got it as low as 41. I got it at 40, but I'm giving it out on this show at 41.5. Season average is at 44. Last three games, even though he's been struggling, he's at 42, and PRA projection is 43. When I say struggling, I mean he hasn't hit his number due to the fact there's been some blowouts and some games where Jaylen Brown has just completely went off. He's hit this number 3 out of 5 games, but without those 2 games that he didn't hit versus the Pacers. He did miss those last 2 games. Toronto is the 27th ranked team in points allowed, so not a very good defensive team. Once again, bounce back spot, good value spot. I like Jason Tatum over 41.5 PRA. Next guy is Isaiah Hartenstein. We went with him a couple times on the show, and he's cashed almost every single time. And we're getting a great value pick. He was up as high as 29.5 um, a couple of days ago, but his number has kind of went down a little bit. He'll be facing Rudy Gobert, who plays in the paint most of the game. So that means he won't have to go out, get to the three-point line and guard any three-point stretches. So that means he should get a lot of rebounds. His rebound usage should be high. Also, I expect him to finish around the basket as he's been playing a lot of minutes. I also expect this game to be a really physical game, which is going to require a big man to kind of get more minutes. He's playing Rudy And that's going to help him also to make sure he gets his minutes because he's going to have to guard him on the other end. He's hit this number 8 out of 10 times. I really like his number here, over 26.5 for Isaiah Hartenstein. My next pick is Giannis Antetokounmpo. I went with Giannis a couple shows ago, but once again, he DNP'd. He was my best pick. His number right here is super low compared to what his season average is at 50. His last three games have been at 50, and I have him PRA projected at 48. Great value pick. It's going to be a high scoring game, as I mentioned before. Um, I do expect the Pacers to try to push the pace. I also expect Siakam to guard Giannis, which in my opinion is a mismatch for him. Um, the low number is probably due to the fact that he hasn't played since December 20th, but he's definitely hit this number in his last four games. I like this over 46.5 PRA for Giannis Antetokounmpo, a guy who's going to totally come out. No minutes restriction is what I'm being told. So he's going to be a full go. If he plays, I love this number for him, over 46.5 PRA. My last player pop for us today is Anthony Edwards. This is going to be my hammer play. This guy's a guy that's been struggling of late. He went 6 of 20, 9 of 17. He's shooting about 40% from the field in the last two games. But I think this is a bounce back spot for him. The number has been at 35 plus this whole season. As of 2 days ago, it was at 35. So we're getting a 3 point PRA discount. I love this number for him. I expect a bounce back spot, a more aggressive Anthony Edwards. Even as coach said, they're going to try to get him going. So I like it over 32.5 PRA for Anthony Edwards as my hammer play. Now to our best bet. We got Thunder versus the Wolves. Once again, I believe it's a bounce back spot for Anthony Edwards. And I also believe that the Wolves also have one of the best defenses in the NBA. They've won three straight games. They have momentum. I think they're figuring out how to play together after this trade. I like this number for them. Yes, they're on the road, but the Thunder they're a really good team. I love the way they play, but I don't see them blowing out a team that plays as the defense that Minnesota plays. The defense will keep the game close at least. I'm not going to say Minnesota wins, but I definitely think they keep it within 7.5. So I got to go with the Wolves, take the points, 7.5 for the Wolves. Now for a recap, we got Siakam over 29.5, Tatum over 41.5, Hartenstein over 26.5, Antetokounmpo over 46.5, and Edwards over 32.5 PRA. We're getting a lot of discounts here in the prop market, and we love when we get that. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, please like it. I think the likes gets the algorithms up. Also, subscribe to the channel. I have college football picks up. We went 5-0 in our college football picks last bowl show. So now we have for round two of the college football playoffs, we have picks for that as well. So go ahead and check that out on my channel. And like I always say, keep what you like, leave what you don't, and let's cash.